Is this thing on? Hi, sophomores. My name is Mark Brown. I'm going to be your English teacher this year. Okay, who saw this coming? Weird. I thought we'd get an extra week of spring break, and instead we get an extra 6 months of a lot of nothingness. We have to make this count. It wasn't that hard last year because we had gone through basically 3/4 of the semester. I knew everyone. I knew your abilities. I knew what grades they would end up getting pretty much. This is all new. This is me and introducing myself and meeting you. So we're gonna have to really work hard on communication and talking to each other live every week. My goal is to do Google Meets with you like this, or possibly Zoom, where we all get on at the same time. We get up, we have our breakfast, we get our stuff together, we get dressed, we don't do it from bed or that sort of stuff, and we get up and we treat this like a class. That's the only way it's gonna really work for us. So I'm hoping that that can work. There could be bandwidth issues if other teachers are trying to do the same thing, but I will be here live for you every school day that you've got me. And as a backup behind my laptop, you can't see it, but I've got my camera on a tripod that I will also record everything with, so you will be able to go in and do it. But your best education is gonna be knowing your classmates, working with your classmates, talking to your classmates, talking to me, answering questions, and just getting stuff done. So I'm gonna switch over to, this takes me a minute, I'm sorry. Takes me to my PowerPoint that I use as my warm-up. That's the end of it. Here's the beginning. I have to go back and hit the yes share button. There it is. And that's not it. That is it. And here's present. So there'll be a link to this as well, but that's what you see on the board too. Welcome. My motto is, how do we fix this? My goal isn't to give you busy work and punish you with a grade. My goal is to figure out a skill that you're gonna use in life, to explain to you how you're gonna use it in life, and explain to you why it's important and how to develop that skill. I hated high school, and part of that reason was circumstantial, but part of it was they never explained anything to us. They never explained why we were having to do this paper or this math. It was just like, you know, do it. I want you to know I'm gonna do everything that I ask you to do. I want you to know why you're doing it and feel invested in, yes, this is a skill I need to get. So about me, I was born a long, long time ago. This is my, I believe, 7th year of teaching. I was a journalist for many, many years in both newspapers, magazines, that sort of stuff. Anyway, high school, I hated writing. I can't believe I'm a writer. I hated teachers too, so I can't believe I'm a teacher. But I always loved to read. My parents moved us from the beach in Southern California to Alaska when I started middle school. I hated that too. Anchorage was freezing. You can see it from the ocean. This looks like a desert or something in front of it. It's actually frozen inlet. Eventually, though, I did love to write. I became a writer for newspapers, magazines, and the internet. I worked for Microsoft twice. I got to do a lot of fun stuff along the way, including driving the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile for a assignment. After covering crime and justice, phone rang one day, and out of the blue, I moved to California to write about the entertainment industry for a newspaper there, the Orange County Register. It was amazing. It was like having a backstage pass to life. I interviewed Ice Cube, Prince, members of the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Jay-Z, Ludacris, Ice-T, even Britney Spears, David Bowie, Tom Petty. The lesson is, if I interview you, you may well die. I got to go to Obama's acceptance speech because they had bands there. So that was, regardless of your politics, that was history. There's me way up in the press box, and there's Obama making history. So it was fun while it lasted. Eventually I grew tired of it. There's only, someone asked me why I would ever leave entertainment journalism. And I said, if you ate candy for 25 years, you would probably kill for a cheeseburger. And that's kind of how I felt about that. So what's important to me, my family, my father-in-law here, unfortunately, has since passed. My mother-in-law is a wonderful person. Wife and kids, couldn't be happier with the way they turned out. Those of you parents watching this who have a student who's struggling, my son almost did not graduate high school because he was flunking PE and barely passing everything else. He is now earning his master's degree in environmental biology. That's a turnaround I did not see coming. I love Hank and Snickers. Unfortunately, Hank on the left, he died suddenly on March 1st. So this pandemic has been bad enough, but it was really hard to go through all that. So, and I love seeing new places, not happening this year. So here's how things are going to work. The number one most important thing to me and your parents, and hopefully to you, is your safety. Your parents give you to me every day, every school day that I've got you, and they expect me to return you physically safe, mentally safe, psychologically safe, no bullying, no this, no that. I like to joke around a lot in class, and sometimes I've hurt people's feelings doing that. It's not my intention, and I will never do that. But me getting you, learning is a good thing, but me getting you safely back home every day is the number one thing. So we take it obviously very seriously. With the virus, we're going to take it very seriously. My children were students at an elementary school by Columbine when that happened, and I've been on that end of wondering whether your kid is safe. So I want to do that. Again, we're doing how do we fix this? We're going to use a lot of different ways to do stuff. Like I said, communication isn't just reading and writing. It's speaking. It's communicating on different platforms. I'm going to have you have a lot of choice in how you're going to do things. We're going to do podcasts. We're going to make mini documentaries. We're going to do all kinds of stuff that is not just write me a paper and answer these questions. So I'm going to try and make class work like it does when you're here in person. You're going to write a warm-up every day. There's going to be a prompt on the board, whether it's a visual prompt or a question to answer. And every day we write. We're just going to get in the role of writing. We'll have a song of the day that's going to be chosen by you. I'll probably have to pick the first couple till I get your suggestions in, but you'll submit a song as long as it's appropriate, and that will be what plays while we're doing that warm-up. If your song is chosen, you then explain what that song means to you. The Beatles in My Life reminds me of my dad. Played it growing up. So you will explain, give a little bit more of your personality through song. Teacher of the day, everyone gets a turn. So when there is a warm-up, you will be the person who presents or who calls on people, whether it's online or if it is in person. So this is the one everyone starts hating. I don't want to go up there, Mr. Brown. I don't want to present in front of the class. This is the one at the end of the school year when I took the survey, sophomores and seniors alike said, Teacher of the day was a great thing. I used to be so scared to speak in front of people, and now I can do it. So great. Cell phone policy doesn't matter at this time. But again, we need to communicate. If we can't get on Google Meet or Zoom or whatever at the same time, we need to communicate in person live every week, either individually or in groups, and we will work on that more next week. Seating charts. When we do get back in person, I'll talk about seating charts, which I compare to a prison. And I will tell you that story of me being in prison as a visitor many years ago and how that worked. So this is where I need to know about you, parents and students. Students, this is your first assignment. I will grade you on this. It'll be your first grade in the grade book. What would I like my teacher to know about me? And that's just your starting point. If you want to write a whole big piece of writing about what you need, what you want, what you're hoping for, what you're struggling with, give it to me. It's hard to trust someone you don't know. As a reporter for years, I had sources that I never betrayed, never gave up. I'm trustworthy. So that's what we've got. If you have any questions, again, hit this same email address. This is just the easier one for me to use. But questions, let me know if you want to talk on the phone before school or via Meet before school starts. We can do that. I'm going to hit stop sharing now so that we go back to full screen. And that's what I've got. Questions, please feel free to send them to me. And I can't wait to see you guys in person. The fun part of school is hanging out with people who have a different viewpoint from you. So I look forward to that. Stopping this now, and I will see you hopefully in days.